Hey guys, Rusty Dog here. Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Sim 2024. We have a Boeing 737 in the sim. Oh yes, and it's about bloody time. It's not PMDG though, it is iFly. I already bought this plane quite a while back for MSFS 2020. And now they've ported it into 2024. Didn't cost anything extra. It was just there available to download. And it is in the experimental stages. So expect bugs. And I've even heard of reports of crashed desktops and, stuff like that. Hopefully we won't experience anything too major, and hopefully the frame rates will stand up as well. Right, so I just got to get my cameras right. There we go. All right, so as you can probably tell, the cockpit of the 737 MAX 8 looks very different from the standard 737. It's completely I would say more modernized, larger screens compared to the standard 737. Most of the other panels, all these up here, everything looks extremely similar to a standard 737. I'm not sure about this MCDU though. Were these buttons round on a standard 737? I don't know. But yeah, so we're here at Gatwick, and we're going to be flying over to Germany today, to Frankfurt Airport. And I'm looking forward to this. I just hope nothing goes wrong, because as I said, the plane is experimental in MSFS 2024. So let's see if we can work out how it works. So first up, batteries on. And emergency lighting will need to go on. That flap should go down. Thank you. And we don't have any ground power, so I'm guessing we're going to have to call that from GSX. So that's additional and GPU. Oh, I don't care. Red handling. Go on then. I've never heard of that. Right, so we'll wait for that, and then this blue light should light up. Fingers crossed. Do we have anything going? Yes, here it comes, Ground power. Oh, hey, excuse me, what you got? Oh, she's backing it in. Yeah, we're flying TUI. It doesn't come with a British Airways livery, and I don't know whether the 2020 liveries transferred to 2024. I actually really don't know. So yeah, there we go. It's connected up. Sweet. So far frame rates are good. Let's hope it stays that way. Let's kill this master caution. And we've got a couple of screens that haven't come on yet, but that's because we need the ground power for that. Without ground power, we can run these. So we should have a light. Ah, baby. There it is. That's more like it. Right, your damper, that's not going to work right now. So let's go down. Let's put the heading on, and let's get the GPS. If I believe the settings in the plane currently are that the GPS will align 5 times quicker than usual. So 5 divided by 8 minutes, whatever that is. Yeah. So it shouldn't take long for that. Oh, the other screens have come on as well. Wow, this does look real different. I like it though, I like it. There's a lot more information on one screen than usual. Normally, you'd get the nav screen and the engine screen displayed over 2 panels. And they've got it all on one here, which is really cool. Yeah, very nice. Right, this looks very military, but okay. We have power. I believe the airport map does not work yet because of the way the sim streams the data. I don't think this is working. Hope they can get that sorted. Do we need to do this? Okay, I've done that. I hope I didn't do anything wrong. Okay, so I've got my SimBrief flight plan. Ooh, performance takeoff? No. Weights and balances, surely. There we go. Right, I think we've got to put this in manually. I think I've flown this plane maybe once, twice. No. But anyway. Alright, let's get into here. I don't think these two menu options, the cars and the DAU is working at the moment, so just the FMC for now. Are we nav'd up? I don't know, I don't know where to look on this thing for it to tell me that the GPS is up. Anyway, I'll find out from here, I guess, if we have a GPS coordinate. Well, we've got this one. Right, anyway, reference airport is Gatwick, so that's EGKK. And we are at gate 13. Yeah, I think. Come on. Yes, gate 13. Alright, so gate 13 lines up almost with the GPS, so we're going to pop that in there. Okay, awesome stuff. Right, so the route. Okay, this is the bit. Does this work? It has to turn into... Oh, no! Fudge. It's asking me for my Navigraph account again. Uh-oh. When it does that, it tends to not work. I'm going to try, though, but don't hold your breath, guys. God. Application was successfully authorized. Oh, God, it worked. Okay, flight plan load, perfect. All right, so runway, let's have a look. We're destined to take off on runway 26 left. So 26 left, oops, didn't see that on the scratch pad. 26 left. And flight number is, I don't need to put this in, but just for completion's sake, 2627 and and activate and execute. Okay, so we should have legs. Yep. Okay, so in the departures then, let's take off from there. Hopefully, if we get assigned a different runway, that's going to be an issue that we have to sort out. So we're looking at MIM F1M. Execute that. And then we need to go arrivals into Frankfurt. It's not a long flight, this one, just so you know. Right, we've got ILS 07 right, and that seems to be the one we want. And we're going to go in via IMC 01. Oh, that's a D. Yeah. Via, let's have a look. I don't know if there's any transitions on this. I can't see any. Let's see. Is that the only ones that they have? DF654, FKS, and Tau is the only ones they have, right? I don't have any of those on my flight plan. So I'm guessing we're not using them. So we'll execute that. Okay, that's the flight planning. I'm not going to bother with the jetway and you know, loading up. Well, we can put the jetway there, but I'm not going to bother with loading up passengers and stuff. But the jetway should, if we click that, there we go. Does it know where we are? But the actual loading of passengers, it does work for this plane. GSX is capable of doing that, but I'm not going to bother. We have to make sure that we disconnect that, by the way. All right, so let's run through the flight plan just to make sure that we got no disconnects and stuff like that. So flip that into plan mode. Probably need to go up on the range a little bit. Okay. Right, let's step through and see if this is all good. Looks like we're going to be doing a U-turn straight out. All the way across to... Oh, nice. Okay, okay, we have a disconnect. That's not a big deal. Let me just get this Yoki thing out the way. There we go. Okay, so we have a discontinuity from 654 to 670. That's not a problem. Let's just join those up. They're in a pretty straight line. And let's just keep stepping through and onto the runway. Lovely. Sweet. All right, so next step then, okay, now this is going to be fun. So we're going to have to put all the weights and balances in now, I believe. So let's go do that. So according to SimBrief, we have 133 passengers. 133. Is that going to spread out? Oh, nice. So 133 passengers. Cargo is going to be just over 2.6 tons. Now, how am I going to spread this out? So 1315, I think. So 1315 at the front and 1315 at the back. I'm doing all this in kilos, as you know. It's just best that way. So that comes to 2,630. No, that's not right. No, that's not right. 1330. The 30 goes here. There you go. 1330. So it should be 2560. No, 2660. Yeah, 2660. We're right. Okay, so let's set the payload, and fuel is going to be, we're going to be burning 5.6 tons of fuel. So that will be 5604 kilos. And set the fuel. Okay. So the zero fuel weight is 59.5. Reserves 1. 291 14. Outside air temperature. You know what? Let's ask.
Gatwick Airport Information Victor. 1202 Zulu. Wind 250 at 7. Visibility 10 miles or more. Few clouds at 3,800. Temperature 2 tree.
Wow.
1 tree.
Serious?
QNH 1026. VFR conditions. Landing and departing runway 26 left. Transition level 060. Advise on initial contact you have information Victor.
Okay, that's just
Gatwick Airport information Victor. 120.
that's just going to keep repeating. Right, I think the air pressure they said was 1026. Oops. There we go. Oh, did the yeah, the fuel is in. Yeah, everything's good. Okay, so index, takeoff. Hello. Okay. Right, so we'll take off flaps 5. And let's go to here, because I think there's a performance thing here. We go to complete. We've done this. All right, give me a sec, guys. Okay. EGKK. 26 left, which is the one we've been assigned, and also the one that air traffic control says we're going out on. Conditions are dry. It's apparently 23 degrees in the UK today. Isn't that hot for that place? Down in London. Right, thrust rating. Just do that. You have to. I think you have to fill in all the white bits here. Yeah, let's just leave that as it is. So flap config 5. AC config is going to be on, and anti-ice is certainly not required. Wind. Oh, what did I put? Hold on. I just typed that in. 291/14. A little bit gusty. That, well, not really gusty, but a little bit windy. 291/14. Outside air temperature they said was 23 degrees. And the QNH is 1026. I'm going to have to go back to that radio channel because it could be the information has changed. We will see. Right. Has it got enough? Yeah. Okay, so the trim is 5.23. It should set that when I put the CG in. And the CG, I'm not going to get it off this screen, am I? Oh yes, it is there. I thought I was going to get it on the weights and balances. Awesome, 21.5. 21.5. And the trim is 5.23. Sweetness. Okay, so the V-speeds, 135, 136, 148. So 135. 136 and 148 for the V2. Okay. Approach we won't, I'm not going to bother with for now. We will be doing a flaps 30. The rest I'm not going to bother with. Okay, I believe that's all we need. We've got show landing. Don't think I've been there before. Okay. Maybe we'll use that in flight. We'll see what happens. Okay, so back up to the top screen here, and we can start getting stuff switched on, like the aft fuel pump. Put these heats on, and let's get the APU switched on. Now what we don't have is a meter for the APU. That used to be here, and now it isn't. When the APU fires up though, this should light up in blue, just to let us know. So let's put these on here, and also we'll flick this onto auto so I don't forget. Oh, come on, there we go. Just so I don't forget later. And I've got to remember to put the packs on as well. So is the tail kicking up? Yes, it is. I think we'd better switch frequency back to 80s, otherwise it's going to be too late.
VFR conditions. Landing and departing runway 26 left. Transition level 060. Advise on initial contact.
Here we go.
You have information Victor.
Okay, that's it. So our name today is TUIJet 2627. So let's go. Okay. Gatwick delivery, this is TUIJet 2627 with information Victor requesting IFR clearance. Okay, so while we get that, we have APU on.
TUIJet 2627. Gatwick delivery. Information Victor correct. Expect runway 26 left. Minfo 1 Mike departure. Squawk 0166.
Roger, expect runway 26 left, MIMF F1M departure, squawk 0166, TUIJet 2627. Oh, they've put this in, look. This is what I like about this.
2627. Read back correct. Contact ground 121.805 when ready for push or start.
Roger, we'll contact when ready for push, TUIJet 2627.
Negative. Ground on 121.805.
Oh, so I didn't. Okay. Roger, we'll contact ground on 121.05 when ready for push, TUIJet 2627. Sorry, I didn't see that he'd read out the frequency there. Okay,
Ground on 121.805.
that's what I said. Roger, ground on 121.805, TUIJet 2627. Thank you. Okay. Right, so your damper, my damper. And let's get the anti-collision light on as well. Right, what am I missing? Obviously there should be no orange lights when we get started, when the engine starts, so all these orange lights need to be off. Pressurization is set. Alright. Okay, not going to bother with that. And can I just step through here to see what the final altitude is on descent? Looks like it's 4,000 feet. Cool. Oh, yeah, all good so far. Just pop that off. Right, shall we get moving? Oh, hold on, hold the phone. Did not do the squawk, which was 0166, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to need a better look at this panel. I don't know which camera it is. Okay, this one. Okay. I think that's everything. We've got the right source. Auto. Yeah, I think that's everything. This is a little bit different from the standard 737 as well. This, isn't it? I don't know. I'm so used to flying the Airbus that I get mixed up between the two sometimes. Okay, so we just need to set auto brakes and the speed brakes a bit later on, and initial climb out is going to be, let's set it to 153, just 5 knots above the standard speed. Let's get the flight directors on. And hopefully VNav and LNav will kick in a bit later. Yeah, I reckon that's everything. Right, we good then? Yeah. Gatwick ground, this is TUI Jet 2627 requesting push and start.
TUI Jet 2627, Gatwick ground. Pushback approved. Face west.
Roger, face west, TUI Jet 2627, thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great flight. Ryanair for Delta Bravo. Gate 4 taxi via hotel. Juliet, Delta.
Did that initiate?
North Romeo Whiskey, Alpha November.
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
Gate for via hotel. Juliet, Delta, November runway. North Romeo Whiskey, Alpha November, Whiskey, Ryanair for Delta Bravo.
It looks like it did initiate. Switching by the menus, but I ain't seeing anything. And that jetway needs to go back. Okay, what is this? What is this screen? I don't know why we're getting this screen. Oh. Waiting for other services to complete. All right, let's see if we can clear the jetways from within the plane here. This is going to be fun, trying to work this out. Give me a sec, guys. I'm just going to switch to a exterior view there, because I don't know what this is going to pop up now. Okay, okay, ground support.
All aircraft be advised information whiskey now current QNH1025.
Yeah, we have a problem. I mean, I can probably still pull back, even with the jetway attached. Yeah, something's gone wrong here with GSX, I think.
Taxi at pilot's discretion.
Operate jetway is no longer available. It's not counting the one that's connected to my plane. Let's have a look. No. Dismiss GPU. Could it be that? That seems likely. There you go. All right.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Yeah, me too.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Right, we have to go nose right.
Locking gear.
Yeah, okay. So, for me, west would be nose right, because I'm currently facing south.
Release parking brakes, please.
Parking brakes released, my man. Honestly, they are definitely released. You can push. What are you waiting for? Come on, GSX, what's going on? You've hooked up the plane. Parking brakes are definitely 100% off. Oh man, GSX. We did have an update on this yesterday. I don't know if something's bugged on it. Oops, 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 oops. What is it? What is it doing? Okay, let's do the pushback procedure again then. I think the plane has got a built-in pushback, but I'd rather use GSX because it just looks a lot cooler. Oh, this this is a pain. There we go. It's because on my joystick I have to press a trigger and a button to get the parking brake pressed. And you've got to get the timing right on it. Okay, we got brake pressure as well by the looks of things, which is nice on that little meter here, just about in the green.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Yeah, I've been ready for a little while. Oh my God, what are you doing? Oh, she's under. Is she under there putting the pin on?
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Okay. I didn't see her there. Man, we're gonna get some disgruntled passengers.
Locking gear.
I love the way it it just dips there on the back end. That's really cool. Okay, up she goes. Now it'll tell me about the handbrake. Oh, okay. Nose right.
Release parking brakes.
Release parking brakes. Done.
Commencing push.
Are we going? Are we going?
Start at will.
Boom, we're moving. All right, let's get the engines fired up then. Ah, no. Okay, let's do it from here. I can't do it at an angle like that. So engine number 2 kicking in first. We did put the APU bleed on, didn't we? Yes, we did. Right, so the left engine, as you're looking at it, is firing up. I say that. Would help if I injected the fuel into it. There we go. Again, I'm in Airbus mode. With the Airbus, you don't need to do that. It hasn't given us an initial climb out yet, so maybe we get that. If not, I'm going to just leave it at 10,000.
Please set parking brakes.
Oh, here we go. This is going to be fun. There you go.
Wait for your confirmation for a good engine start.
I'm just wondering if I untriggered that engine too soon. I don't think so. There she goes. Exhaust gas temps rising very, very quickly. Come on.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking the second gear.
Right, so at this point then, taxi lights to go on. Orange lights all off. What do we got here? Okay, that's fine. Well, I say that's fine. I'm hoping that's going to go off at some stage. Power's been diverted to the plane engines now, and let's put this on. And the packs are on. Please tell me that's going to go out. She's not going to tell us to put... Oh, okay. Forget it. She don't need to. Alright, let's get the flaps into position 5 then. Hopefully we won't get any crash to desktops. Oh, just go through a building. Come on, give me an angle. Nice, okay. So, all we have to do now is arm the brakes and the speed brakes. Right, here we go then. Gatwick ground, this is TUIJet 2627 requesting taxi to runway 26 left. There's not a lot of traffic chatter for Gatwick. I would have thought Gatwick would have been busier. Roger, taxi to runway 26 left via Kilo November Alpha Sierra Alpha. TUIJet 2627. Are we good? Looks like it. Okay, let's go. Departure checks on. Yeah, we're good. Let's just keep our speed in check here. We don't want to get too quick. We're already over speeding for taxiing. So November then, so we need to turn here. And according to my flight plan, we're pretty much bang on time for departing. The departure time was at 45 and it's now 46. I'm sure that's more accurate a departure time than the real airline. I don't know. So of course we're running live weather as well, so this is literally what it's like right now.
Contact Gatwick, Tower
Roger, contact tower 124.23, 2E2627. Okay.
Negative. Tower on 124.
Yeah, I knew I got that wrong. Where is it guiding me, this thing? Roger, tower on 124.23, 2E2627, thank you. Where the hell is it guiding me here? It looks like this has to be runway 26 left then. Otherwise, oh boy. Hold on. Are we in the right place? Because it looks like we are. Yeah, Alpha Sierra Alpha. Yeah, we're fine, we're fine. Okay, let's get the brakes set. And the speed brake armed, come on. No, isn't that lovely? That has not armed. I don't even know whether that has. There we go. Yeah, it did. It was. Right. I think we're all set to go. Okay. So yeah, I mean, most of the things on board the plane are similar to the standard 737. But some of the lights where it tells you things that are armed, and they're in a little bit of a different place, so I'm just working all this out. And this better be runway 26 left. It's gonna need to be. No, it is. You can tell by the navigation display here that it is. Okay, we're happy? I think so. Gatwick Tower, this is 2EJet 2627 requesting departure from runway 26 left. Gust 17, yeah, I thought so. Okay, hold on. I wasn't paying attention. Roger, cleared for takeoff, runway 26 left, 2EJet 2627. Right, so now I'm going to transfer the air traffic control responsibilities to my first officer, who is invisible, and they can take on the calls because I need to fly the plane. Before we leave, VNAV and LNAV, please. Gracias. Yeah, that's working. Okay, cool. You know when you just feel you might have missed something? Ah, you don't want the speed brakes then. Okay. It doesn't want the speed brakes, guys. That's what it is. Well, come on then. There we go. All right, let's go.
Gatwick Tower, easy for 5 November Mike. ILS runway 26 left. Easy for 5 November Mike. Gatwick Tower, continue. Wilco, easy for 5 November Mike. We won.
And gear up. Man, that was a little bit of a gusty wind there as we just took off the ground, but that's fine. a little look out there. Yeah, I can feel it's a little bit pushing on the right hand side of the plane, the wind.
London Control, 2E Jet 2627, good day, 2,200 feet.
Okay, flaps are in.
2E Jet 2627, London Control, identify, climb to flight level 170. Climb to flight level 170, 2E Jet 2627.
Oh, we've been cleared all up to 17,000 already. Nice. Okay. So far, so good. Did that light go out, by the way? It's still on, the dual bleed thing. I'm not quite sure what that's relating to, or if it's a bug or something. But I don't think that should be on. Actually, we can turn the APU off. There you go. Duh. Yeah, there we go. That's what it was. It was bleeding from the... Yeah, from the APU and I guess from the engines, right? I guess the other thing. That's what it was whinging about. Because the engines were started and the APU was still running. And obviously you don't need to do that. Alright, we're on our way to Germany. Now then, flight time. I think it's an hour. Hour and 7 minutes apparently. Airtime. Block time is 1 hour 35. That's basically airtime plus. Taxiing from the gate to the runway, and then taxiing from the runway to the gate when we get there. We should be going quite well above the clouds. Well, even though it's not a standard 737 as such, it is the Max 8, the one that had all the doors blowing off and stuff like that. It's still really cool to have a 737 in Flight Sim 2024. Been waiting long enough. Right, does this have terminal charts? I mean, it says it, but I don't know if it shows them. Let's see. So, search ident. Can we do that? Okay, no. We've got to put it in first, I guess. Oops. Okay. Use airports from FMS. Yeah, well, that's already done. Complete. Okay. Show me. Yeah, cool. We got the airport charts. Very nice. Alright, let's take a look at the approach charts for Frankfurt. So I guess for that, if we use these. Oh, now then, how? Okay, how does it know which one to pick up on? Yeah. How do I get Frankfurt now? We've got the two airports. We don't need the alternatives. We've got complete, and we've got Gatwick, and there's no other. There's no other thing. Okay, let's just. Can we do an ident on its own then? It's not letting me do that, is it? So how do I bring up the charts for Frankfurt then? Yeah. Okay, I don't know. Don't know, guys. Don't even have Navigraph up on here. Okay, I'll bring it up on my PC. So, Frankfurt approach, ILS runway, what are we coming in on? Runway 7 right. I'm going to need the decision altitude, which looks like it's going to be, well, the runway is 327 above sea level. Decision altitude is 200 above that, so it's 527. Inbound course is 066. ILS frequency, which we shouldn't need, is 110.95, and the final altitude is 4,000 feet before final descent off the glide slope. Right. Transition altitude in Germany is 5,000 feet. All right. So the only thing we need to tell the plane is the is the decision altitude, which we can do from this button. The rest, I don't think we need to bother about. 1110.95, inbound course 066, which is what I just said. It already knows that. We've already told it we're coming in on flaps 30. A flaps 15 landing would be interesting. Need a longer runway though. Cool. Whoa, 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 my lights just flickered. My lights just flickered. Oh,